I'm in such a good mood right now because I just got off of an interview with my client, Beck. She's no longer my client, but she was my client, and we just did an interview, and I'm just feeling her aura and her energy, and I'm so excited to give it to you guys in this video. So, okay, I need to focus up, do my normal intro. Music, go. Woo! Hi honeys, it's Emmie. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Emmie. I'm a nutritionist and the creator of the Slim on Starch program, where my clients lose anywhere from the last few pounds to we've had people lose up to 70 pounds and counting. So if you are interested in working with me, go ahead and click the link in the down bar or just go to healthyemmie.org. So in today's video, I am interviewing one of my clients who was in the Slim on Starch program, and her name is Beck. And you guys are going to love this interview. We talked about so many things. Beck joined the program about a year after she had her daughter, Savannah. So she's a wife, she's a mother, and she's a teacher, and she's an Aussie. And she and I talk about everything related to losing the baby weight as a mom. You know, how do you navigate it with your husband? Does Savannah eat what you eat? Was there pushback from your friends? How are you able to balance all of this, being a wife, a mother, a teacher, and losing weight? We talk about everything. This is going to be such a valuable video for you if you are a mom who is struggling to lose the baby weight, because Beck is so inspirational and I'm so excited for her to share her nuggets of wisdom with you. We just had such a great talk, and honestly, I'm just feeling so lit up about it. I adore her and I'm so blessed to have been able to work with her, and now I get to deliver to you the amazing, beautiful, magnificent person that she is. She has such a light, and we are all so lucky to be able to hear what she says in this interview. So if you guys would just please leave a comment saying thank you, Beck, for agreeing to do this interview with me and sharing her wisdom for all of us. So just leave a comment saying thank you, Beck, because you guys are going to love her from this interview. She has such a glow about her, and I'm so excited for you to learn what she has to say. All right, guys, so here I am with Beck, who was one of my first clients on Slim on Starch, and I'm so happy to be chatting with her. And as you'll see, she's an Aussie, so you'll be super jealous of her accent and just her glow in general, because she's such an amazing person. So Beck, thank you for doing this interview with me.
No problems.
So why don't we start by having you tell us the basics about you, you know, what you do, about your family, just so that we can kind of get to know you.
Yep. So I'm 29. I'm a teacher. I teach special ed here in New South Wales. I've got a husband, Matt. We've been married for 4 years now, and we have a little 2-year-old girl, Savannah.
All right, summed it up.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it.
Awesome. Okay. All right, so why don't you tell us, we're just going to do like a brief bird's eye view of what your transformation looked like, and then we'll really dig into it. So why don't you tell us, what was your ultimate goal? Why did you join the Slim on Starch program? What were you looking for?
Initially, it was really shallow. Like, I just wanted to lose my baby weight. I was struggling and I wanted to look better. But I think midway through the program, I realized that my ultimate goal was not about the weight loss. It was about a better relationship with food and a better relationship with myself. Mm. And that's what I realized I needed, a lot more than just weight loss.
Mm. And do you think that that has contributed to the fact that, you know, we started a year ago and here you are looking incredible? Do you think that really finding that why was what made you stick to this?
100%. Yeah. If I was just in it for the weight loss, there would have been another thing that I tried that didn't last, and I would have gone back to, you know, eating because I felt sad, but then feeling sad because I ate rubbish food.
So what was different this time around that made it so that it actually worked?
I had your help, and I think that I hadn't really accessed anything like that before. But I think you in general, I'd say to Matt, I'm like, I can't believe the way that you make me look at things differently and how positive you are and how much I didn't know that I needed that.
Well, thank you. I was not expecting that. That is so sweet. Oh my goodness, that just made me so happy. Okay, amazing. So what were you struggling with before we started working together?
I think just like the back and forth of everything. Like before, I was a new mum. Savannah was nearly 1. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm not really a new mum. And I should have lost some of this baby weight by now. Why aren't I? And in my head, I thought that I knew what I needed to do and what I needed to eat to lose weight. I thought I was just having problems with the baby schedule and trying to fit it all together. No, I was just eating the wrong foods. Just the wrong foods and the wrong mindset.
How were you feeling before we started working together with that mindset of, I know what it is that I need to do, but I can't seem to do it? How did that have you feeling emotionally?
I was really low. Like I was just in a really low place, and I couldn't get out of it. As much as I'm like, no, I need to give myself a break. I am a new mum, and I was just, I couldn't get myself out of that little rut.
And did that affect, your relationship with Matt or how you were around Savannah or with the kids at school?
Not really with Savannah, because she kind of made me forget about it. But yeah, I was always really happy and really confident, and I never really, before having a baby, let that bother me. But I was just, I didn't like to go out. Because I didn't feel happy in myself. So I was like, well, I don't want to go out in public because I don't like what I see. I'd rather just stay at home. So it affected like a lot of other areas, not really being with Savannah though.
And I remember when we first got on the phone and we were talking about this, and I could just hear, like, you guys can see because you can see Beck right now, but when we first got on the phone, the glow that you see when you see her is, I could feel that. I could feel how vibrant and how radiant and how loving of a person that you were. And then to hear that was going on beneath that, it didn't, I couldn't deal with it. And so I was so happy when we started working together because, as we know, that's not the case anymore. So what were the end results for you with our work together?
So weight-wise, I think when we stopped working together, I think I'd lost around 13 to 15 kilos.
Which, let me do that. Like, that's wild. Let me do the math. Oh, I don't have my, oh, yes, I do have my phone. So like 13 to 15 kilos, that is, for the US people, that's 33 pounds. That's wild. Okay, keep going.
But if I'm honest, I stopped weighing myself. Like, I didn't care.
And
I stopped caring.
Did you ever think that you would get to that place?
No, because I'd been through periods where I was weighing myself every day, even morning and night. Like, okay, what did I eat that day that made me put on X amount of weight, sort of thing? How much water did I drink? So it was really unhealthy, my relationship with the scales. But I don't know the last time I weighed myself. Oh no, I lie. I think I weighed myself like just after Christmas, and I was like, oh, that holiday period, 1 whole kilo, whatever.
And you know how to get it off now.
Yeah, and I'm like, so now I stick with the mindset. Like today, I was like, more veggies. I need more veggies today. I didn't eat enough last week.
Because now you have the tools.
I'm not going to eat that bread. It was more veggies.
Yes, exactly. It's replacing, not restricting and saying that you're not going to have certain things.
That's right.
So how did you get to that place? Because everybody, people can't imagine getting to a place where like, oh, I don't even need to weigh myself anymore. How did you get to that place? How did you develop that confidence?
Again, I think it was you. I think you going through my food journals and my mindset journals and your responses to that. And I was like, yeah, I can do this. You're right. I don't care. And you're right. This is an awesome victory. It's having someone say those things to you, but not getting a big head about it, but also not feeling silly for thinking it yourself. Having someone recognize that, I think, is a big thing.
I think that is so insightful because we have these little wins and we're so often working against ourselves, and we're sort of like, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. And then when we do it, it's sort of like we've checked off the box. But when you have somebody else who's alongside you, they'll be like, look at you, look what you've done. And that's what keeps you going. It's amazing what you can do when you have somebody else alongside you.
So, definitely.
Speaking of that, because that just made me think, having somebody alongside you, how did this affect your relationship with Matt? Was he nervous about you investing in something like this? Was he excited about it? Was this solely your decision and then you told him you were doing that? Can you talk to us about that? Because I know that's something that a lot of new moms struggle with, is having having the husband be there, and there's a lot of guilt that's associated with investing in yourself. Could you talk to us about that?
I definitely felt the guilt. I was like, look, that's a lot of money. I don't know if I should be doing that. Like, we could put that towards something for Savannah. We could go on a family holiday, something like that. And he was like, you need to do this for you. Like, you need this. If this is what you need, then you do it. So he was really supportive the whole way through. And even he said, just like when he would talk about what I'm doing with family members or friends, he'd be like, and her health coach, Emmie, she's so supportive, and you should just hear how positively she speaks. And even he loves you.
Sweet. Oh, thank you. That's amazing. And how did your guys' relationship change by the end of this? Because you sort of found this confidence that you had, but after having Savannah, you couldn't quite grasp for a little bit of time.
It did. It wasn't like we weren't struggling or anything like that. It was just more because I felt more confident in myself and I felt more comfortable in myself that, I don't know, just our relationship just flowed a lot better.
Mm. And you've got yourself a good one, let me tell you.
I got very lucky.
Oh, okay. So I want to talk about this. When you had tried to lose the weight, you know, you said there were things that I thought that I needed to do. What had you tried before we started working together? What had you tried to lose weight?
So I tried a couple of like influencers that had apps and meal plans and things like that to go along with it. So I'd bought them subscriptions to that. And other ones specifically designed for mums I'd done that had meal plans and workouts and all that sort of stuff. And it was really difficult to stick to. And I think looking back, I think now it's because it was, a great variety of meals. But I don't want to do that every day. I've got a 1-year-old, and some days, like, I would be sat on the lounge for 5 hours because she just wouldn't sleep anywhere but on my chest. So it was, it just looked and felt too much. I just couldn't, and the wastefulness of all the food. Like, if Matt didn't want to eat what I was eating, I'd be buying more and I'd be cooking more. So it was just, it wasn't sustainable.
Yeah. So let's talk about that, because do you cook for Matt? I know that from working with you, I would see the little plate. Beck would have like her plate, and then she would have Savannah's little plate, and Savannah would be having whatever Beck was having in smaller amounts. But let's talk about that, because I know that's something that so many wives and moms struggle with is I don't want to be making a separate meal for myself versus my husband and my kids. What did you do?
So he pretty much eats what I eat. He will probably add a bit of oil, or he'll add salt and pepper and that sort of thing. And then he'll obviously add meat to it at the end. But if I'm making fried rice, for example, we'll do bacon and I'll do eggs separately. And then when I've taken out what I want, he'll add that into his. So it's a little bit extra, but it's for the most part, like if I cook a bunch of vegetables, he'll just pick out what he wants of that and eat that too. And then Savannah she won't even eat off her own plate. She has to eat off my plate now. So she just eats whatever I eat.
She's a good one too. You really lucked out. And I know you're not only a wife and a mom, but you're a teacher too, and you work full time. So how did you manage to balance all of this? The weight loss program, being a wife, being a mother, and having a job too. And as a special educator, a very intense hands-on job. For somebody who's working a full-time job, what would you suggest for that person?
If I've had a full-on day and I've run out of already cooked rice, like I'll just start, it takes about 15 minutes. I would just put some rice on while I'm, Savannah might be in the bath, and I'll cook that while she's doing that. I cheat when I do potatoes too. Like, I literally just chop them up and put some boiling water on and put them in the microwave for 5 minutes. So that's a lot quicker. Like, you can do it over nighttime. You could do it over weekend, depending on, how busy the schedule is. There's lots of different ways around it. It's definitely achievable for everyone though.
I'm loving these tips. Do you have any other tips that you think moms have to know if they want to lose weight and get on this healthy plant-based lifestyle? What was she gonna say? So, honeys, I'm actually editing this video right now. Here's a little behind the scenes in the Healthy Hunnies world. I was editing this video. It ended up being a half hour and there are so many golden nuggets. And we all well know that we watch a YouTube video and how often do we watch it until the end? It's so funny. If I put up like a 30-minute video, you would probably watch till minute like 23 if you were really invested. But if I put up a 15-minute video, you're more likely to watch that whole thing and then come back for another video. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do you honeys a favor, because if this video was 30 minutes, it would be a lot less likely that you would listen to all the golden nuggets that are at the end. And for that reason, I've split this into 2 videos. So in the next video, Beck is gonna be talking about her tips for moms. She's gonna be talking about what a day on her plate looks like and what advice she has for you if you are a mom that is trying to lose the baby weight, or a mum, as I say and as the Aussies say and the Brits say. Which, by the way, just a little side note on that is that I've always said that. We've always called my mom Mum, and people are like, oh my gosh, you're such a good Aussie, you say mum instead of mom, and I'm like, honey, that's my mom's name. Her name is Mum. So if you want to see the next video, maybe it'll be my next video, maybe it'll be next week, maybe it'll be next month. Let me know when you want part 2 of this interview with Beck, and please, please, please just leave a comment saying thank you, thanking her for being on this video because she is such a gem. She donated her time so that she could help you honeys, and that means so much to me. I'm so grateful to have connected with her. So please just leave a comment saying thank you, Beck, and we love her so. So, I love you guys, and I'll see you in part 2.